Hello, beautiful yogis. How are you? Take those hands to heart center. Namaste. Inhale, rise those hands up to the sky. Just take a peek. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweeping arms. Exhale, heart center. One more time. Take some little side bends to awaken the waist, the side body. Just stretching from side to side, noticing how you feel. Good. Forward fold, bringing our chest towards our thighs. Let everything hang heavy. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Slight bend in the knees if there's any tension in your hamstrings this morning or this afternoon, whenever you're taking the class. Roll on up one vertebrae at a time and sweep those hands back up again. Exhale, heart center. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. And swan dive forward. Let everything hang heavy down onto the mat and walk yourself to our first table pose today. Good. Just kind of shake out the hips. Good. Starting our cat-cows. Round the back, creating some space in the back. Lift the chin forward as we inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And start to just move those hips side to side, releasing any tension in the lower part of our body today. Good. Right arm lifts, left foot behind. Table balance. Reaching with the fingertips, reaching with the toes. And then just touching fingertips to toes, we're going to reach around. It's a really beautiful shoulder opener. Just touching a few times, reaching back and forth, toes to fingertips. And now take the bind if you're able this morning. Or this afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. Good, just feeling that nice stretch through the chest. And let's go other side. Right toes behind, left fingertips forward, and then opposite fingers touch opposite toes. Beautiful work today. A few more times, and then take the bind if it's available. Nice. Coming back to neutral table. That right foot is going to point out, right toes out next to you. That left knee stays down on the mat. Lift on up. Use that core strength, that core power. Come into airplane, and then just take some little side bends here. So right arm tucks behind right leg, left arm up and over. And now we're going to switch. So take that left arm down the sides of your legs, and that left arm, that right arm comes up and over. Good. Do that a couple more times. Bending side to side with that right toe on the mat or on the floor. And now let's switch sides. So coming back through to table, left toe points out, lifting up, core power once again, arms in a T, and take those hands side to side. Left arm back behind, right arm up and over, right arm back behind, left arm up and over. To the rhythm of your own breath, inhaling and exhaling. Creating space for what serves us and letting go of what doesn't. Yoga for joy, just creating all that good stuff. Our first down dog this morning, fingertips are spread, heart shines towards the thighs, gaze between the legs. 5 big breaths here in this down dog. Good. Now walk the feet wider than your mat. Walk your hands back so we can engage in a nice forward fold. Toes are forward. Let everything be heavy. And then that opposite hand comes to opposite ankle. Gaze follows the fingertips to the sky. Opposite hand, opposite ankle. Good. Fingertips to the sky. Back to that wide-legged forward fold, cradling the head maybe. And then popping up that right heel, bending the left knee so we can get a nice stretch through the hamstrings, the thighs, the insides of the legs. Can always use blocks here if it's hard to get down to the earth. And then we're going to crouching tiger, hidden dragon to the other side. Right knee bends, left foot propped up. And then side to side here. We really do look like crouching tiger, hidden dragon here. Side to side, bending, flexing, flowing, feeling our way through this. Good. Toes come forward. Fingers wrap around big toes. And just engaging in that yummy, yummy stretch. Love me some forward folds. Walk those hands out, down dog. Good, feet come back to the mat. Now lift your right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend, chest, and open. Then we're going to come into what we call the wild thing. That right leg is going to come all the way through, opposite side of the body. Right hand planted, left arm lifts, chest opening. Both hands come back down. Right leg lifts back up. And 3 knee to noses here. Knee to nose and lift. Knee to nose and lift. Knee to nose and lift. Back to down dog. Good. Left leg lifts this time. And wild thing on the other side. That leg comes through the body, up and over. And then that right arm lifts. And then back up and knee to nose 3 times. Don't forget your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Jumping on up now. Feet near the hands. Forward fold. One big fold here. And then inhaling and exhaling as we lift halfway up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring to that fold. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, come to that fold. Now 1 vertebrae at a time once again. Now I say that just to remind you to roll up nice and slow. Meet me on the back of your mat, hands to heart center, sweeping hands just like we started. Good, just a little check-in. Toes come forward, arms up, big star pose here. Feel the rib cage expand, hands come behind the head. Now toes go out right and left. Come into wide position 2 or plie. Engage those inner thighs, tuck that tummy in, nice straight spine from tip top of your head. And then start to take your left hand behind your body, right arm spins. And then switch. Right arm behind body, left arm lifts. So we're just kind of almost like an imaginary rope is above us. We're reaching, 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 grabbing for that rope, wakening up that middle body again, that side body, that center. Come on down through plie and roll the spine. Up and down. Rolling, flexing, and then the shoulders come down 2 counts. 1, 2. Shoulders come down 2 counts. 1, 2. Shoulders come down. Whatever distractions are going on in your world or on the screen, no big deal. Lots of classes going on at the same time today. Good. Connect the heels, and we're going to come up into a little releve. I want you to wake up those calves now. So, yoga for joy, all about incorporating breath, body, movement, and finding that inner joy. Start to bring the elbows in and out, engaging the chest as we releve, as the heels press together and we lift up that little V we're making with our feet. Good. Stretching the inner arms. Good. Now, heels connected. Just try a little balance play here. Strengthening the thighs, coming up and down. Visualize you have a plane of glass in front of you and behind you. As you lift and lower, strengthening those inner thighs. Beautiful. 2 more. It's okay if you can't quite get down all the way. Just even tiny little bends will engage those inner thighs. Balance, breathe, play. Find some joy today. Ooh, good. Just kind of shake it out a little bit. Back to forward fold. Crawl yourself out to a plank. Engage that belly up towards the spine. Roll the shoulders in. Chaturanga. Shine that heart forward, shoulders off the ears, toes on the mat. Curl the toes under, down dog. Five breaths in your down dog, and then lift the right leg one more time. And wild thing. So we're doing the same exact thing one more time through. Wild thing, right leg comes through. Plant the hand, and remember we do 3 knee to noses. Carve out that belly, nice strong core. Breathing, 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 and then plant that foot back down, left side. Left leg lifts. Remember wild thing, the knee comes through towards the chest, all the way through the body, plants, and then that right arm lifts to the sky. 3 knee to nose. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Good. Down dog. Step the feet out wide, toes stay forward. Walk down, walk yourself back to that forward fold. Let everything hang heavy. Opposite hand to opposite ankle. That right arm spins to the sky. Opposite hand, opposite ankle, left arm spins to the sky. Good. Grab your big toes, take a nice little stretch. Walk those hands out, feet come back to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, peek forward. Exhale, sink. Inhale, peek forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, peek forward. Exhale, nice deep stretch and roll, 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 roll all the way to standing. Good. Feet come wide. Good. Big star pose. Space through the rib cage. Toes go out right and left. Meet me in this wide position 2 or plie. Climb your rope. Reach to the sky. Reach. Building strength in the side body. Reaching, flexing, flowing, working, slaying, breathing, all these beautiful things happening today. And come back down onto your mat, on your knees, or take your plank on your toes. And let's add some tricep push-ups. Just a few, maybe 3, maybe 4. You can go all the way down and then lift the hands. This is kind of a fun way to play through this tricep work today. Lifting, lowering, and breathing. So I recorded this class inside, but I'm recording my voice outside. If you hear the birds chirping, sink on back into a child's pose, knees as wide as your mat, big toes kiss behind you to allow those hips to go back towards the feet. One of my favorite places to hang out is in child's pose. Beautiful. Now knees come together, sit your hips back. Everything is sealed like you're one big hug to yourself. Arms wrap around, head goes towards the mat. Notice the difference in the stretch here. Notice the cervical spine stretching. Notice the spine rounding. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now I really needed a nice little quad stretch today. So find a spot on your mat where you can gently rock the inner thighs out. So grabbing with my hands, grabbing those inner thighs, kind of pulling them out towards my heels, and then sitting my sit bones, my booty between my heels, coming back into a reclined hero's pose. Reclined meaning I'm on my forearms and I'm really going to feel that deep stretch through my quads. If this is too intense for you today, you can stay on your forearms and add some blankets and some blocks, or you can even come up slightly. Just don't hurt yourself. Never forcing, always flowing, finding that little edgy spot. If you can get your body all the way back, head down behind you, that's awesome, it's amazing, but it's certainly not necessary. Good. Every yoga pose takes warming up to, takes practice. That's why it's called a practice. Come on back to table, just kind of maneuver yourself out and around. Come down to the mat on your back and just play a little bit here. Massage your lower back. rocking back and forth. Let's meet in spinal twist. So those knees stack over to the right, arms in a T, gaze to the left. My favorite place to be, wringing ourselves out. You can even straighten that top leg if it feels good. And then windshield wiper our way to the other side. Just knees go side to side, feet flat on the floor. And then knees stack over the other direction, over to the left, arms in a T, gaze to the right. Top leg comes out straight. Beautiful. Coming back through center now. Just windshield wiper those knees back and forth one more time. This is the home stretch, guys. We're almost there. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see happy baby, reaching through the insides of my legs, grabbing the outside edges of my feet, just opening up. Nice, beautiful decompression for the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Bottoms of feet kiss, come into butterfly. Supine butterfly just means on our backs. Breathing, connecting, feeling our way, so that when we get off our mats this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whenever we're doing this practice, we can only find joy. And then a nice little place of rest for the next minute, just 1 minute of Shavasana. Breathing, feeling, reconnecting. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Have a magnificent day. Go out and do beautiful things.